streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Happy Sunday and welcome to downtown Jacksonville for the finale of a pseudo four-game series between the top two teams in the UPSHOT League standings. It's the 12-3 Jacksonville Waves and the 7-9 Charlotte Crown live right here on UPSHOT League TV. We appreciate all of you hanging out with us over on YouTube, Mixler, and of course, our friends in the Charlotte area, channel 18.1 WCCB. Courtside here at Campione Law Court, I am Mia O'Brien, flying solo today and wishing you a happy 4th of July weekend. The holiday weekend continues here at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena with the 4th of July Bash as the Waves go for their 7th straight win and 4th straight against the Crown. How did we get here? Jacksonville took both games last week here at the Vet in a back-to-back, a 100-98 nail-biter last Friday night, and a 4-point victory last Saturday. The Crown busted back to the Queen City Saturday night, returned here to Jacksonville Thursday, never really got the offense cooking on Friday night until the fourth quarter. Charlotte shot almost 60% in that final frame. Deja Kelly, the second leading scorer in the UPSHOT League, didn't have a field goal until the fourth quarter and somehow finished with 23 points. But Jacksonville, behind a season-high 29 points from their veteran point guard Ariel Hearn, held on for a 98-89 win, which brings us to today's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tip-off. The Crown had won 6 games prior to this series. They were the hottest team in the league in the month of June, and now they will try to salvage this 4-game road swing here in Jacksonville. Player intros underway here inside of Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena. We appreciate the nearly 50 of you already locked in on YouTube. Again, Mia O'Brien flying solo today here on UPSHOT League TV. So looking forward to interacting with everyone in our YouTube chat. And of course, you can catch all broadcasts across the UPSHOT League on Mixler and our over-the-air affiliates. Our players to watch this afternoon, beginning with Jacksonville, as alluded to earlier, Ariel Hearn, a season-high 29 points on Friday, but more than that, her 10th straight game in double figures. She has now had 2 20-plus point nights in this 4-game series. As head coach Jess Bogie told us prior to Friday night's game, they've really tried to make a concerted effort to get Hearn involved early, get her downhill. Coach Bogie actually subbed Air out about 3 minutes into the contest and then reinserted her into the lineup with a renewed focus, renewed sense of energy. And boy, oh boy, did that come into play down the home stretch of that final quarter when she was the closer for Jacksonville in that 98-89 win. So we will be keeping our eye on Air Hearn for Jacksonville. And as for Charlotte, already mentioned Deja Kelly, who has dropped not one but 2 30 chicken piece nugget performances in this 4-game series. But how about Lily Grissett, the South Carolina Gamecock leader all time in Dawn Staley's fabled program in games played. 1 point off her season high on Friday night. She dropped 19. By the way, her season high came a week ago, plus here at the Vet, a 20-plus performance in that 100-98 loss against the Waves. She was 1 rebound 2 days ago off of her 3rd double-double of the season. And so while certainly Deja Kelly, A.D. Durr, the most heralded arguably backcourt coming into this inaugural UPSHOT League season, are the headliners for this Charlotte team, Lily Grissett quietly has been the glue for head coach Tricia Stafford Odom. It's something she spoke with Alexis Pierce about at length a few weeks ago when Charlotte first returned to Jacksonville for the first time since the opening game of the UPSHOT League season. There's a reason that Lily was voted captain by her Charlotte teammates. When she speaks, her team listens. Charlotte also won the rebounding margin in Friday night's loss despite falling 98-89, 40-35. Offensively, they crashed the glass unlike any team we've seen come here to Campione Law Court. They finished with 23 offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities aplenty. They're going to need a similar effort from Grissett, Shaquila Nunn, Michelle Onya in order to not only replicate Friday's performance on the glass, but also take it one step further and try to finally get a win over their I-95 foes, the Jacksonville Waves. After losing that opening game of the season and of this series, Jacksonville has now won 5 straight against the Charlotte Crown. They lead the all-time series 5-1, and that is why Charlotte trying to change things in a hurry here at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena this afternoon. Starters for today's contest, beginning with the Charlotte Crown, the visitors in this one. A similar-looking starting 5 to what Charlotte fans have become accustomed to in their first season of action. It'll be Deja Kelly and A.D. Durr in the backcourt. Nicole Gwynn got the start over Durr on Friday night. A.D. returns to the starting 5 today after dropping in 13 points, 2 boards, an assist, a steal, 2 blocks. A.D. was everywhere in that bounce-back game on Friday after scoring just 4 points total in the first 2 games of this series. And so Durr returns to the starting lineup alongside Deja Kelly, Reagan Richardson, the former Duke Blue Devil, Michelle Onya, and Shaquila Nunn round out the starting 5 for the visitors. For the home team, as Lindsey Pulliam is introduced in front of the Jacksonville faithful, she is joined in the starting 5 by plenty of familiar faces, a familiar rotation for head coach Jess Bogie. Cheyenne Sellers, Lindsey Pulliam, Ariel Airhearn, Jasmine Walker, and Renaya Davis. That is the starting 5 we've become accustomed to seeing for Jacksonville throughout the course of this now 15-game season. We did not see it on Friday night as Jess Bogie made the decision to start Aduk Bogak coming off of back-to-back double-figure performances against Charlotte in an effort to also try to really stretch the floor, have her 2 3-point shooting bigs. Not that Renaya Davis can't, not that Taylor Soule can't, but an opportunity to give Jasmine Walker and Aduk Bogak an opportunity to stretch the floor, create space for those 3 guards, Hearn, Pulliam, and Sellers. Today, they go back to their more traditional starting 5 with Renaya Davis, the hometown hero out of Ribault High School, and of course, a fabled career at the University of Tennessee, back in the lineup. The head coach of the Jacksonville Waves is Jessica Bogie, and the head coach of the Charlotte Crown is Tricia Stafford Odom. Our officials for today's contest, Rachel Watts, Dalen Giddens, and Anthony Freeman. There is one other game going on in the UPSHOT League this afternoon as the Savannah Steel and Greensboro Groove will put the finishing touches on a pseudo 4-game set of their own. That game tips off at 3 p.m. Eastern. We will keep you posted on the very latest from M Market Arena throughout the course of this one. But to begin, it's a standalone game in the UPSHOT League on Sunday afternoon, 4th of July bash between the Charlotte Crown and the Jacksonville Waves. Charlotte in the white jerseys today with the purple trim. They sported their visiting purples on Friday night. They opt for the white with the dark purple and light purple trim here today. And the Jacksonville Waves, who will take the floor here momentarily, rocking those teal jerseys with the white and black trim. Again, appreciate the more than 100 of you who we can see live with us on UPSHOT League TV over on YouTube. Alexis Pierce has the day off, and so I'm flying solo. We'll be making sure we interact with you guys aplenty here throughout the course of the next 2+ hours. But hey, let's get locked in on the action as well. Seemingly every time these two get together, Charlotte and Jacksonville, we are treated to a dandy on the hardwood. 100-98 last Friday. A 4-point game last Saturday. A little bit of a larger victory, if you may, for Jacksonville, 98-89 this past Friday night, although a fast and furious push from Deja Kelly and the Crown tightened things up to a one-possession game in the fourth. What do we have in store today here at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena? It'll be Walker and Onya on the center circle for the tip. Michelle Onya played just 18 minutes on Friday night. Extended run for Grissett, our player to watch for the Crown. Let's see how involved she gets in this one as she does win the opening tip. It's corralled by Deja Kelly, and we are underway from Campione Law Court. Reagan Richardson, step back three on the way, no. Lindsay Pulliam the board. Reagan Richardson 0 for 3 from downtown on Friday night after a 6 for 9 performance from the three-point line last Friday. Early turnover for Jacksonville. Durr controls across the timeline. Nunn almost lost that one. Shaquilla Nunn posted up on Walker. Fade away, Jay, nothing but net. Shaquilla Nunn, the UPSHOT League Player of the Month for the month of June. The Crown 6-4 since she signed with them early last month. 7 to shoot for Cheyenne Sellers. Splits the defenders. Tried to get that one to go. It doesn't. Deja Kelly, the rebound. Walker and Nunn tied up in the paint. Oh, wow, now Walker hits the deck. That's going to be a jump ball signaled by our officials. Shaquilla Nunn holding her right knee, able to get back up to her feet. Another double-double for Nunn on Friday night. She had 15 and 12. Walker in her return to the lineup after missing last Saturday's game with a hamstring injury. Played limited minutes, but able to drop in 2 threes. That is really her game. Jasmine Walker, who played her college career at Alabama and Florida State. After a little bit of volleyball at the free throw line, A.D. Durr stays hot from three-point land. 3 threes on Friday, an early tray here today. Here's Air Hearn coming off that 29-point performance. Can't get the friendly bounce. Early 5-0 lead for the Charlotte Crown. Inside to Onya. Posts up and drops it home. Charlotte looking much more like the outfit we saw in the fourth quarter of Friday night's loss, in which they shot 58.6% from the floor, compared to the first 30 minutes of action. Here's Sellers, tried to cross over. Oh, nice pick and roll with Walker. Can't get that one to bounce in after it ricocheted off the back of the iron. Waves still scoreless through 2+. Kelly one-on-one with Hearn, pulls it back out to Nunn. Richardson, nice placement to Nunn. Easy lay-in for 2 with one more coming at the line. It's a 9-0 run for Charlotte to open things up on Sunday in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville foul number 0, Renaya Davis, her first, team first. That's free throw line for the Crown.
Shaquilla Nunn played her college career at Winthrop. Has played in 9 different countries in her professional career. A native of Fayetteville, Georgia, completes the traditional three-point play, and it's a 10-0 run to begin for Charlotte. Here's Walker, strokes the 3 off the side of the iron. Durr the board. Here's Reagan Richardson, catch and shoot corner 3. Jess Bogey's going to call a timeout. Bit of unfamiliar territory of late for Jacksonville. Down 13-0, 3 minutes gone here at Campione Law Courts. We'll step aside with them. You are watching the Waves and the Crown on UPSHOT League TV.
Fans, for over 30 years, CSI Companies has been a trusted partner for organizations facing critical needs. Headquartered in Jacksonville, Florida, and operating nationwide, CSI delivers a large firm-scale, boutique-level service. Now, fans, please turn your attention to the video board as we honor today's hometown hero, presented by Vystar Credit Union. Today, we're recognizing Madison Ratliff, who's a proud United States Marine Corps veteran. Served as a signals intelligence and electronics warfare analyst and operator, and trusted with mission-critical intelligence. During her service, she played a vital role in supporting operations that protected national security. Her dedication to serving others has continued well beyond her military career. She now impacts her community by mentoring foster youth, coaching basketball, and pursuing a career in nursing. Fans, we're proud to recognize United States Marine Corps veteran Madison Ratliff for her service, leadership, and commitment to making a difference as this week's hometown hero.
Welcome back to Jacksonville, where the Charlotte Crown have opened things up on a 13-0 run. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us live on UPSHOT League TV, whether that is channel 18.1 up in the Charlotte area, or if that is on YouTube or Mixlr. Want to give a shout out to one of the developmental players for the Charlotte Crown on their roster, Janae Sanders, who is among those 150 plus of you hanging out with us in the YouTube chat. Make sure you make your way over there if you haven't already. We also have our UPSHOT League poll of the day going in our YouTube chat. Will the Waves get their 4th win of this 4-game series, their 7th win in as many tries? No surprise, Jess Bogey changing things up as Adut Bulgak and Taylor Soule onto the floor for Jacksonville, joining Ariel Hearn, who brings it across the timeline, Lindsey Pulliam and Cheyenne Sellers. Jacksonville 0 for 4 from the floor to start. Just one turnover. Had that one poked away, so it'll stay here with the teal and black. Sellers trying to thread the needle. Now 8 to shoot for Pulliam on the right wing. Top of the key, inside, little high-low action to Taylor Soule downstairs. Taylor Soule tripped up as she tried to make her way back on defense, able to walk it off, and now a stop, a much-needed stop for Jacksonville after the Crowns were 5 of 6 to begin this game. Open catch and shoot for Cheyenne Sellers, splash. An answer on the other end from Deja Kelly. Entered last weekend's series, a 17% three-point shooter. She was 0 for 1 through the first 3 quarters Friday, then splashed home 2 more. Sellers is tripped up here at the top of your screen, holding her knee, able to get back up. Another turnover for Jacksonville. Still an 11-point ball game after the Kelly response to Sellers on the other end, and now Sellers will pick up the personal. Deja Kelly, the San Antonio, Texas native, also played part of her prep career in the Dallas area. No stranger to the state of North Carolina, having spent the first 4 years of her college career at UNC Chapel Hill for Courtney Banghart, part of her first ever recruiting class. and traveled out to the Pacific Northwest to play at Oregon for her 5th and final season of college ball. Kelly, not only the leader in the UPSHOT League in assists in this inaugural season, but also has worked her way up amongst the scoring ranks, now the #2 scorer in the UPSHOT League. Misses the second, gets her own miss though, and it's another possession and another second chance opportunity for the Crown. Lily Grissett can't get the floater to bounce home. Sellers, no knee issue there. The teardrop floater. (17-7). Kayla Pointer thought she got all ball. Let's see what the whistle is for. It looks like it will indeed go against #3. After KP had just checked into this ball game for Lindsay Pulliam. Less than 5.5 to go here in the first. Kelly controls it off the screen. Now a corner 3 ball from A.D. Durr. Sellers can't believe it. A 4-point play potentially awaits the former 2-time All-American and 2-time ACC Player of the Year. A.D. Durr, 2 for 2 from downtown to begin the afternoon. And now it looks like our officials will take another look.
This play is under review for a reckless closeout.
All right, so it could be even more insult to injury. Cheyenne Sellers already picked up her second personal, as it looks like closeout foul will almost assuredly stand as a common foul. Let's step aside as our officials take a closer look and see if she also will draw the flagrant. 20-7, the Crown in front, 5:13 remaining in the first.
After review, the play has been confirmed as a common foul. 23 will shoot 1 shot.
So just the second personal foul on Cheyenne Sellers, nothing more on the closeout of A.D. Durr, who will now attempt to complete the 4-point play and push the Charlotte Crown lead out to 14. They opened this one on a 13-0 run. And again, that came after lighting it up in the final quarter of action on Friday night. 10 for 17 from the floor, 5 for 6 to begin tonight. A.D. Durr and friends scoring early and often in this final game of a 4-game set. A.D. makes it look easy. A.D. now up to 7 points to pace the Crown. 21-7, 5 minutes flat to go here in the first, and now an offensive foul against the Waves. That's going to be #2 on Kayla Pointer. Head coach Jess Boge's depth is going to be tested now with Pointer saddled with 2 fouls and Sellers also with 2 fouls to her name. Both players remain out there. Fresh legs onto the floor for Tricia Stafford Odom. Kylie Cornegay-Lucas, who was signed on Thursday, played 21 minutes in her UPSHOT League debut. #10 in the white and purple is out there. Baseline cut from her in front of Reagan Richardson. Can't get that lean in to go. Lily Grissett with the putback attempt, no. Cornegay-Lucas, though, holds on, and now it's a fresh shot clock for the Crown. Kelly pulls it back out, one-on-one with Soul. Through the right lane, 4 to shoot, gotta go, flips it up, no, and Cornegay-Lucas last to touch it as it sails out of bounds, and it'll be Jacksonville basketball. Jacksonville responded to that 13-0 run with a 7-3 run of their own. Let's see what they can do here on the offensive end. Pointer is still out there, as is Sellers, Bulgak, Hearn, and Soul. Foul's going to go against Quincy Fulmore, who checked in to this one after playing just 1 minute on Friday night. Sellers to trigger. Pointer at the point, allowing Hearn to be a bit more free-flowing. Oh, floater in the lane, bounces it home. The bank is open on Sunday for Kayla Pointer. Defense left her wide open through the lane. Must have been thinking the same thing as me. Ariel Hearn lurking on that left wing. Got to give attention to the player who dropped 29 points on Friday night, and instead it gives a wide open look to the former LSU Tiger, Pointer. Deja Kelly from about 16 feet out off the front of the iron. Fulmore the board, and now an offensive foul against Charlotte. Tight defense from Grissett on Taylor Soul, top of the key. Sellers fighting through a screen in the key. Here comes Sellers, baseline, spin move, right hook shot doesn't go. A foul, though, is called under the basket. That's gonna go against Reagan Richardson. Cheyenne Sellers will head to the free throw line, where on the season she is an 82% free throw shooter, amongst the best in the UPSHOT League and on the Waves roster. Sellers, one of 2 members of the Waves to drop in 13 points. Her running mate in the backcourt, Lindsey Pulliam, the other, on Friday night. 6 of 10 from the floor, and largely much of the same so far here today. Makes them both, makes it a 10-point game once more. Cornegay-Lucas now at the point for Tricia Stafford-Odom, joined on the floor by Richardson, Fulmore, Deja Kelly, who just fought through a screen underneath. I think that's going to go against Air Hearn. That's the 15th foul, excuse me, on the Waves, which means Deja Kelly is shooting free throws. Charlotte already in the bonus with 3:19 remaining in the first quarter. On the season, Deja Kelly now averaging more than 17 points per contest. She has scored in double figures in 14 games. 5 20-plus performances. 4 of those have come against Jacksonville. It's something about that River City air that Deja Kelly has come alive. She answers Cheyenne Sellers' 2-for-2 mark at the free throw line with a 2-for-2 showing of her own. Kayla Pointer now fouled under the hoop by the aforementioned Deja Kelly. Actually looks like that'll go against Cornegay-Lucas as we take a closer look, powered by AccuVate. Quick reset for the nearly 200 of you, actually more than 200 of you, hanging out with us on UPSHOT League TV on YouTube as Kayla Pointer misses the first of 2 free throws. Charlotte opened this game on a 13-0 run. Jacksonville answered with a 7-3 run of their own. Largely back and forth ever since. Foul trouble, though, starting to pile up a little bit for both sides. Pointer splits the trip. She is one of 2 Jacksonville players with 2 fouls. Lori Lard on her third third 7-day contract after beginning the season as a developmental player is out there. 3 to shoot for AD. Durr denied in the open floor initially by Pulliam, and now after a frenzy under the basket, the second effort drops home for AD, who's now got 9 in this first quarter. Davis, one-on-one with Fulmore, fade away, rattles home. (25-14). Lard tried to bounce pass it to Grissett on the low block. Instead, it ends up a skip pass to Cornegay Lucas, denied by Renaya Davis. Kayla Pointer, 2-on-2 the other way. And have to pull it back out. No! The moves down on the low post, but can't get the bunny to drop. AD Durr, transition 3. Heat check for the Louisville legend. Some extracurriculars under the basket, though. Let's see what the call is. Looks like that's going to be an offensive foul against Charlotte. That's the third, on Quinzea Fulmore, again, who played just 1 minute on Friday night. Extended run here in the opening frame today. Lindsay Pulliam, one of the 80+% free throw shooters for head coach Jess Bogie, steps to the line, fresh off of a 13-point outing Friday night. That was her 12th game in double figures. These are her first points of today's game. Pulliam can't get the friendly roll. Bulgak thought she had the offensive rebound, but throws it away. Lard pushes pace the other way. Durr downstairs to Shaquilla Nunn. Post moves, nice defense from Bulgak as Nunn leaves it short. Renaya Davis may have taken a hand to the face. Slow to make it back up the floor, but she does so. Pulliam draws the contact. Again, this is the final game of a, if you may, 4-game series between these two. They played a back-to-back here at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena last Friday and Saturday. Another back-to-back this weekend, Friday and on this fine Sunday afternoon. Second straight miss from the charity stripe by Lindsay Pulliam. Jacksonville will head on the road, and Charlotte will stay on the road after this game concludes. Jacksonville will begin that road swing Wednesday at M Market Arena in Savannah. Kids Day in Southeast Georgia. So Pulliam misses another, last touched by the Waves, and it'll be Charlotte basketball. Both Charlotte and Jacksonville back in action next Friday. Charlotte travels to Greensboro, and Jacksonville will stay in Savannah. 10-point ball game here in the first quarter. Jacksonville's got to take care of business here before they can worry about Savannah. Pulliam thought she got all ball. Let's see what the call is. I believe it's going to go against Renaya. Actually, no, it will go against Pulliam. One official said 0, one said 10. Let's see what our PA announcer and scorers table say, as they just looked at each other as well. Number 10 in the purple and white takes to the line in Kylie Cornegay Lucas. That is why the 10 was flashed by one official. 0 by the other. As Renaya Davis, the guilty party, although looks like she may have drawn some blood, being tended to by our trainers. Good to see Renaya Davis staying back out there. Come by Tepe's, a local brew pub highlighting fresh Mexican food and craft beer made in-house and a limited liquor menu located in San Marco. That's Tepe's in San Marco. Trisha Stafford Odom asking if Renaya Davis, because she's being tended to by trainers for a second time, needs to check out. Taylor Soule is headed to the scorer's table. Our official waves it off. Cornegay Lucas leaves this free throw short. Started her college career at Towson before wrapping it up at the University of Virginia. Two-time CAA Defensive Player of the Year. Pushes it back out to an 11-point Charlotte lead. They have led this entire game thus far. Shaquilla Nunn called for a hold. Both teams in the bonus, so more free throws coming as we dip under 1 minute remaining in this opening frame. Arup Bulgak just 8 points and 3 boards. Friday night in the 98-89 win. And after back-to-back double-figure games last week, 21 on Saturday, a season high, and 15 last Friday. Lard bounces it into Onya. Help side defense comes from Sellers. That leaves Lard open for 3. Can't cash it in. Give Pointer the rebound. Pulliam clears. Almost kicked away, and it is indeed a little kickball there by Cornegay Lucas. Nice take by Kayla Pointer. Baseline drive, lefty finish. Jacksonville's within single digits. Charlotte can hold with just a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nunn sets the screen. Lard, Pulliam gets a touch. Bulgak's got 6 seconds to go. Almost poked away. 2 seconds to go. Sellers has got to go. Lifts it up. Can't get it to fall into the cup. 26-19, our score through 1. Another exciting one here on UPSHOT League TV between the Jacksonville Waves and the Charlotte Crown. Come on back for quarter number 2 right after this.
Every dream starts somewhere. Sometimes it starts by seeing what's finally possible. Opportunity doesn't just create athletes, it creates belief.
Your Jacksonville Waves just scored 17 points this quarter, which means section 103, row A, you just won a pint card, courtesy of Southern Swells. All right, Jacksonville Wave fans, if you want a shirt, you should put your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care.
We can knuckle up anytime, any place. Meet me in the trail, it's going down. Meet me in the mall, it's going down. Meet me in the club, it's going down. Anywhere you meet me.
Nice crowd has filled in here for the 4th of July Bash on a Sunday afternoon in Jacksonville on this July the 5th. We thank you for joining us here on UPSHOT League TV. Mia O'Brien flying solo today. Alexis Pierce off on another assignment. The Charlotte Crown, a 26-19 advantage through the opening 10 minutes. Although, after they began this one on a 5 of 6 showing from the floor, Charlotte just 3 for their last 14. A.D. Durr has kept them in this one and continued to extend that Charlotte lead throughout the opening frame. A.D. with 9 points and 2 boards, 2 for 3 from long distance. As for Jacksonville, Cheyenne Sellers leads the way with 7. Kayla Pointer has got 5. Despite the slow start in this ball game, Jacksonville was 0 for 4 to begin. They are now shooting 50%. There is Lindsey Pulliam. Turnaround, Jay, and can't get the friendly bounce. Onya the board. Deja Kelly, Michelle Onya, Reagan Richardson, Shaquilla Nunn, A.D. Durr. The same 5 that began the game for Trisha Stafford Odom out there to begin the second. Kelly one-on-one with Walker, speeds past Jasmine Walker, lays it up with the left. Deja Kelly on a mission to prove that, well, yes, she is among the most elite scorers in the UPSHOT League. She can do a little bit of everything, a true mismatch. She's already got 3 assists to go along with now 9 points, matching her teammate A.D. Durr. Back to a 10-point Charlotte advantage. Here is Air Hearn, 1 foot inside of the 3-point line. Charlotte wants to push tempo. Get out and run, a moniker of Trisha Stafford Odom's team. Oh, Shaquilla Nunn's gonna get flagged for her 2nd offensive foul, and she can't believe it. Taylor Soule kept her feet outside of the restricted area. That's personal foul number 2 on Nunn. She was limited down the home stretch of Friday night's game because of foul trouble. That's not a world that Trisha Stafford Odom wants to live in. Soule now on the other end, sets the screen for Sellers, high off the window! Cheyenne Sellers shooting more than 50% from the floor. She's got 9. And now another whistle. And I believe this one's gonna go against Charlotte. It will, it goes against Onya. Head coach Jess Bogie of the Jacksonville Waves thought it went against the home team, looked away in disgust, and Air Hearn had to tell her, no, no, no. It's against number 11 in the purple and white. And now a technical foul is gonna be assessed on Coach Stafford Odom. Free throws coming for the Waves, now within 8. Much like Friday night, a slow start so far for Ariel Hearn. Can't get the first to go. Blame it on the announcers, Jinx Air. Only has gotten 1 shot off, and so clearly a concerted effort by this Crown team to limit the former Memphis Tiger, who is also among the league leaders in scoring in this first UPSHOT League season. Air is number 3, Deja Kelly number 2, Renaya Davis, for what it's worth, the number 4 leading scorer in the league. Soul trying to spot up, one-on-one with Nunn, drives instead, can't get the lefty layup to go. High pick and roll action, no. Deja Kelly fadeaway, yes, and it's short. Sellers downstairs to a wide open Taylor. Soul leans in for two more. That foul's gonna stay on the floor. It's gonna go against Air Hearn. That's her second. A little too tight of defense on Deja Kelly. Regan Richardson to inbound. She's been quiet. Deja Kelly fighting through the screen on her. Now Nunn and Walker vying for it on that near side, and they're gonna signal jump ball. Shaquilla Nunn thought that was gonna be a personal. That would be her third. Instead, they'll say it's a jump ball. Jump ball is won by Jacksonville. Cheyenne Sellers getting downhill in a hurry, and the hometown roll too. Cheyenne Sellers is into double figures. Trisha Stafford Odom wants a timeout. A 4-point ball game. Jacksonville has cut what was once a 14-point deficit down to a 2-possession game. 7:34 to play here in the opening half from Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena.
In Jacksonville, every game is earned and every victory matters. We know what it means to stand beside a team that fights hard for this city. Whether it's on the court or in the courtroom, success comes from preparation, dedication, and having the right team behind you. We fight for our clients from tip-off to the final buzzer. At Campione Law, we are champions both on and off the court.
And now, fans, we'd like to recognize our courtside seating presented by ProCraft Cabinetry, bringing you closer to every pass, shot, and score. Thank you to ProCraft Cabinetry for elevating the game day experience.
All right, it's time to see clearly and score big with AccuView contact lenses. Please welcome Gabrielle and Thomas today. They will each be taking shots from our AccuView markers, and whoever makes the most shots in the amount allotted will win. Are you ready? I said, is this thing on? Are you ready? Okay. All right, we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, it looks like Gabrielle is the winner.
Moulton USA is a proud sponsor of the UPSHOT League. Moulton congratulates the athletes who compete at the highest level and do so with integrity and sportsmanship. Connect with Moulton at moultonusa.com and on Instagram. Moulton, feel the emotion. 29-25, the Crowns still in front as they have been throughout the opening 13 minutes of this Sunday matinee, but Jacksonville as close as they've been since it was a 4-0 or rather 5-0 game. An opportunity for Charlotte to extend that lead, give a bit more of a cushion. Reagan Richardson, one-on-one with Pulliam. The drive, can't get the runner to go. Hearn probing on the run. Walker comes over to set the screen. Open look, dumps it off. Nice little pick and roll action. Well defended by Deja Kelly. Reagan Richardson, his body's hit the floor once more. Walker's gonna get flagged for the personal. It's gonna be personal foul number 2 on Jasmine Walker. Jasmine Walker has 2, Hearn has 2, Kayla Pointer, Cheyenne Sellers, Renaya Davis. Jess Boji's gonna have to be careful with how she manages this lineup. Reagan Richardson, that's gotta feel good to see that one go down. Marred in a scoreless streak from beyond the three-point line, finally gets one to fall in. Empty possession for Jacksonville. Let's see what Charlotte can do after the stop. Downstairs to Lily Grissett. That's going to be a jump ball. Grissett and Soul step up for the jump ball. Reagan Richardson controls it. Fresh 14 for the Charlotte Crown. Tight defense from the Waves. 6 to shoot for Deja Kelly. One-on-one with Soul. Crosses her over. Left wing. Gotta go. Nice defense from Soul. That's a shot clock violation on Deja Kelly in the Crown. Both teams shooting better than 50% from the floor at that most recent timeout. The defense turning up a notch here, though, as we hit the 6-minute mark in the first half. Another spin move off the top of the key from Cheyenne Sellers. 9 to shoot, back to Sellers, loses the handle. That defense really turned up a notch on this end of the floor for Charlotte. 7-point ball game. Trisha Stafford Odom imploring her point guard, Deja Kelly, to slow things down a bit, operate in that half-court set. 4 turnovers for Charlotte, a far cry from the 20 miscues they incurred on Friday night. Bouncing on the baseline is Grissett, fouled underneath by Soul. Renaya Davis will check back in for Grissett. It's a side out. I see we got some newcomers to women's basketball in the UPSHOT League hanging out with us on UPSHOT League TV on YouTube. We appreciate you guys joining us. The fouls do reset after each quarter. And so Jacksonville with 4 team fouls in this second frame. Charlotte with 0, so neither team in the bonus. No automatic free throws just yet. Kelly's 3 is off the mark, sails out of bounds, and it'll be Jacksonville basketball. Soul, Hearn, Davis, Pulliam, and Sellers on the floor for Jacksonville. More tight defense from Shaquilla Nunn. Nearly poked that one away from Renaya Davis, who surveys, drives with the left, kicks it back out, and it's stolen away. Intercepted by Reagan Richardson. 1-on-2, doesn't matter. Reagan Richardson heating up here late in the second quarter. Here's Hearn for three. No, she had 3 of those bad boys Friday night. 0 for so far. Here's Onya. Soft touch with the right. Give the assist to Deja Kelly. Pulliam working fast. Denied by Onya. A little too much. Lindsey Pulliam will head back to the free throw line yet again. Quietly, the lead is back out to 11 for Charlotte. Jacksonville went on a 6-0 scoring run earlier in the second quarter. But that's the largest run they've been able to string together. The Crown 5 for their first 6, even when they cooled off in the waning minutes of that first quarter. Now shooting 50% again from the floor. No doubter from Pulliam. Fresh legs are in for the Jacksonville Waves. Adup Bulgak, Kayla Pointer with those 2 fouls. Bulgak also, Bulgak does not have any personal fouls. A lot of folks definitely do so far for the Waves. Davis, Sellers, Hearn, Walker, Pointer. That time Lindsey Pulliam makes them both. Back to a single-digit deficit. First look today at Kiki McGill-Jefferson. Gets it to the low block, and Lily Grissett. Another nice finish off that low right block from the former South Carolina Gamecock. Bulgak passes up the 3, threads it to Hearn instead. Can't get the runner to go. Bulgak, a second putback attempt off the window is good. And that time it's an offensive foul on Nunn. That's her 3rd. Shaquilla Nunn, Trisha Stafford Odom not happy with that call. Our officials say Nunn never set her feet in setting the screen, as we do take another look at our AccuV contact lens closer replay. Lindsey Pulliam did a great job fighting through that screen. Nunn lifts her foot. That's all she wrote. That's just team foul number 1 on Charlotte in the quarter. 3:40 remaining. Here's Pointer, darts down the baseline, lays in another. Kayla Pointer's got 7. Grissett the screen, down the left lane, barrels Richardson, and she took 1 step too many. Another stop for Jacksonville. Down 7. Renaya Davis back in for Taylor Soule. Pointer at the point. There, Hearn and Pulliam join her in the backcourt. Bulgak and Davis in the front court. Here's Davis, one-on-one with Jefferson, loses the handle. Grissett and Deja Kelly were all over it. As we dip under 3 minutes remaining here in this first half. Here's Richardson for 3, no. Hearn battles past Kelly. Open look from three-point land for Pointer, misses everything. Davis almost an O-board. Instead, it's Grissett who clears for Charlotte. Thought about pulling up, kicks it out. Corner 3 from Kiki McGill-Jefferson, no. Quinzia Fillmore, though, another offensive rebound for Charlotte. Deja Kelly, 10 feet out, gets it to go. Under 2 to play here in Jacksonville. Coming up, our halftime report. We'll update you on all the action across the UPSHOT League. Savannah and Greensboro set to tip off momentarily. Let's step aside. One more timeout before our halftime here in Jacksonville. 40-31, the Crown in front by 9.
Tonight's item of the game is a $60 jersey. Make sure to head to the store behind Section 100 and get it before they're all gone.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy
Hey everyone, so we have Andy here in her red, white, and blue wave attire, and we have a very tired Winter taking a little nap. But we're going to play a bobblehead game, so we're going to put our attention up here to the screen. There are going to be 3 milli bobbleheads, and we have to watch the ball. Which one is it? Which one? The one to the left?
Number 1.
Just like the Waves number 1. I like how you think. Let's see. Oh! The Waves are number 1, baby. Wake up, Winter.
Posted in the act, got to hit the club. We've been mobbing all day, drinking on some rust, dying on patrol. VIP stats, strapped with my chrome. Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rocking cycles. Once again, back.
Someone in our UPSHOT League YouTube TV chat earlier was joking that the math was not mathing. Sometimes the maths perfectly, folks. Both of these teams, the Jacksonville Waves and the Charlotte Crown, 11 defensive rebounds each. The Charlotte Crown, 5 offensive boards, 0 for the Waves. And the Waves currently trail it 40-31. Something about 5 times 2, that's 10, something like that. 5 possessions, 4 possessions. Second chance opportunities for Charlotte, especially in that first quarter, have defined this one. Jacksonville's been playing catch-up since they fell behind 13-0 in the opening 3 minutes. Lindsey Pulliam cuts into that deficit. Knocks down her 4th free throw make of the afternoon. And there's her 5th. Jacksonville's cut it to 4. That's as close as they've gotten. Reagan Richardson briefly loses the handle on the handoff from Deja Kelly. Carnegie Lucas tries to thread the needle to Fulmore, who cleans up the mess. 4 to shoot. Richardson off the bounce, off the window, never touched the rim. It's a stop for Jacksonville. Keep an eye out on the near side of your screen, the bottom of your TV. Madison Griggs, the three-point shooting specialist, has checked in for Jacksonville. She's in that bottom corner, 6 to shoot for Pulliam and friends. Open look on the right wing for Kayla Pointer. Looks like a foul was called on Kiki McGill-Jefferson before Pointer launched that 3 ball. And it's a defensive 3 seconds on McGill Jefferson, so that's going to result in an Aduk Bulgak free throw attempt. And Aduk Bulgak makes it a 6-point game. Jacksonville will also maintain possession with 1:08 remaining here in the second quarter. Sellers one-on-one, Renaya Davis. Oh, that was money. What a beauty of an out-of-bounds play called for by head coach Jess Bogie. Kelly almost loses it on her trip through the key. Richardson stops and pops for 2 more. The answer on the other end, courtesy of Reagan Richardson, who's into double figures. Sellers trying to play a little 2-man game with Davis, throws it away. Charlotte has numbers. Richardson all the way to the rack. Charlotte with their 7th steal, and Richardson makes the Waves pay. Back to an 8-point lead. Kayla Pointer cranks up the Jets, now has to throw it away. He was trying to get it back out to Griggs. Nice defense along the 3-point line by Deja Kelly. Shot clock has been turned off. Deja Kelly, 21.5 seconds to work with. Kelly, one-on-one on Pointer, passes it off. Carnegie Lucas, the drive, the pull-up, the jumper is good. 2.2 on the clock. Kayla Pointer's just gonna hold it as time expires. It's a 10-point Charlotte lead through the opening 20 minutes here at Campione Law Court. Don't go anywhere. Our halftime report coming up momentarily here on UPSHOT League TV. Plus, be sure during this nice little timeout to check out the other game going on in the UPSHOT League. It's Savannah and Greensboro. That game just tipped off from N Market Arena. But make sure you come on back. The Crown, the Waves, as Charlotte tries to salvage the weekend series here in the River City.
At the highest level, and do so with integrity and sportsmanship. Connect with Molten at moltenusa.com. Molten, feel the emotion.
Don't like me. She doing things like having the boys come from her neighborhood to the studio trying to fight me. She need to get a piece of American pie and take her bite out. That's my house. I disconnect the cable and turn the lights out. And let her know her grandchild is a baby and not a paycheck. Private school, daycare, medical bills, I pay that. I love your mom and everything. See, I ain't the only one who lay down. She want to rip you up, start a custody war. My lawyer, stay down. She never got a chance to hear my side of the story. We was divided. She had fish fries, cookouts for my child's birthday. I ain't invited. Despite it, I show her the utmost respect when I fall through. All you will defend that lady when I call you. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Me and your daughter got a special thing going on. You say it's puppy love. We say it's full grown. Hope that we feel this way forever. You can plan a pretty picnic.
All right, fans, we are welcoming out some contestants who think they know how to make a half-court shot. Come on, guys. Now, Millie is showing us some impressive skills. Millie, you're doing great. Millie, you have fans. Look, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, welcome. All right. So these contestants think they have what it takes to make this half-court shot. So tonight might be your lucky night. Let's see. All right, camera guy, let's move. If I were you, I would shift this way. All right, let's send some positive vibes your way. Let's go. Oh. Okay, there's something. Yeah, surrender. Great, surrender. Yeah, all right.
Look at the way he treats me. Look at the way you treat me. See a little homegirl who got you up the creek, G. Without a pad on, you left the straddle and ride this thing on out. And then you
Oh, man. Wow. That was amazing. Oh, so close and so far away. Let's go. Woo. Oh, that was so close. Is that it, or do we have one more? Oh, Millie. Shh, and the crowd got quiet. Oh, Millie, we love you anyway, Millie. All right, we're going to close it out, but thanks, guys, for coming. Oh, we got one more? No, we're just giving it up for the one guy who made it. Let's cheer him on one more time. Awesome job, guys. All right, we've got 2 contestants ready to compete in jacks. One player starts by taking a shot, and if they make it, their opponent has to knock down that same exact shot from the same spot. If you miss it, you will earn a letter, and the first person to spell out jacks, J-A-X, is out. So let's hear it for our contestants. We have Jayla and Gia. All right, so we're going to get started. Oh, they have fans. Wow. All right, go ahead. Let's go. That's a J. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. Don't give her a letter yet. Okay, great. All right, duplicate that shot. Now that's a J. Now y'all can shoot from anywhere. If it were me, I would probably, yeah, if it were me, I'm just, okay, they're not listening. Whose children are these? Okay, so if it were me, I would come like right here and hit the square, but that's just how I win basketball. Oh, these kids, they are not listening. Woohoo! Okay, is that a letter? So,
as Miss Tina attempts to corral some preteens, welcome back to Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena, where the Charlotte Crown, the visitors today, up by 10 at the half, 46-36 over the Jacksonville Waves. Jacksonville going for their 7th straight and series sweep, if you may, of the Charlotte Crown. Got work to do here in the second half if they are to accomplish that feat and improve to 6-1 on the year against their I-95 foes. As we take a look inside the box score after a slow start, Jacksonville began this one 0 for 4. They have shot 52% from the floor. Charlotte started 5 of 6, cooled off a bit in the waning minutes of that first frame, and then in the second quarter erupted. 8 of 14, that's a 57.1% from the mark. Check this out, 7 threes already for the Charlotte Crown. They had 7 combined threes the last 2 times out if you put them together. So the three-point shot has been there for Trisha Stafford Odom's side, as has been the all-important rebounding margin. They lead that department 16-12, but the 5 offensive boards, maybe not at the same pace that we saw Friday night on the offensive glass for Charlotte, but it has made all the difference in second chance points. They have 4 compared to 0 for Jacksonville, and again, Charlotte leads it by 10. Reagan Richardson quietly leads both teams with 14 points, including 4 of 6 from three-point land. Wow, that really snuck up on me fast. I'm sure you as well. 11 points for Deja Kelly, which means that this is now her 15th game scoring in double figures. Of course, a 30-plus performance last Friday and Saturday here in Jacksonville. A 23-point showing this past Friday night. Cheyenne Sellers leads the way for Jacksonville. She's got 11. Foul trouble is going to be a topic of conversation if the second half looks much like the first, as Sellers, Hearn, Walker, and Pointer all with 2 fouls apiece. Jess Bogie going to have to get creative with the lineups if that is to continue here in the second half. Let's take one more timeout. When we come back, we will have the second half of action between the Jacksonville Waves and the and the Charlotte Crown. But before we go, do want to update you on that game between Greensboro and Savannah. Savannah also going for a series sweep at M Market Arena at home, and they currently trail to Greensboro 11-5. 5 minutes gone in that first quarter. That game is also available on UPSHOT League TV on YouTube and Mixler. Come on back for the second half of action here, as the Charlotte Crown have already taken the floor for third quarter warm-ups. You are watching the Crown and the Waves here on UPSHOT League TV.
Welcome to the Deep Roots Foundation.
I want to give a huge shout out, special thank you to my South Sudanese fan base. Thank you for coming today. Happy Independence to all of you. July 9th, South Sudan, woye.
Remodeling your kitchen, bath, or laundry and not sure where to start? Visit ProCraft Cabinetry today. ProCraft has an expansive showroom with all the on-trend styles and a wide variety of colors to choose from. If you need help with your project, the team at ProCraft can connect you with a list of quality contractors in our area who can make your project come to life. When it comes to your home, insist on the best. Visit the team at ProCraft Cabinetry today and be inspired.
Our clients operate in a world of constant evolution. At Forvis Mazars, we always look ahead. Listening to our clients' unique challenges and needs, we deliver audit and assurance, tax, and consulting solutions that are tailored and personal. We are Forvis Mazars, built for what's next.
Cut LeBron, start Kobe, bench Michael. Why would you all do this? Oh my goodness, okay. Cut Dawn, but the reason why is because she hasn't done what the other two have done. Now to start and bench, I'm gonna have to start Pat Summit and bench Gino. That's a terrible question. Start Beyonce. Cut Rihanna, bench Taylor Swift. I'm a millennial. I grew up on Taylor Swift, so yeah. Start, chocolate chip cookies, bench, cupcakes, and cup brownies. That one's easy, I don't really like brownies.
Now fans, turn your attention to video board for highlights from the first half.
Top two teams in the UPSHOT League standings about to resume action here at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena. The Charlotte Crown, the number 2 team in those standings, lead the first place team, the Jacksonville Waves, 46-36 through the opening 2 quarters of action. Jacksonville 12-3 on the season, a 5.5 game lead over Charlotte and Savannah, who both sit at 7-9. Greensboro a game and a half back, at 6-11. But Greensboro in front in Southeast Georgia as we speak. Check out the out-of-town box score. The Groove lead the Steel 13-4 with 4:15 remaining in the first quarter. Jacksonville has won the first 3 of this 4-game set with Charlotte. Charlotte trying to make it a little bit of a happier bus back to the Queen City later on today. Both teams shot better than 52% from the floor in that second quarter, looking to build on that momentum. And we appreciate all of you joining us live on UPSHOT League TV, building on the momentum of the last 2 months of UPSHOT League action. The future is up. Want to give a shout out to some of our friends hanging out with us in the YouTube chat. South Fulton girls basketball's got 3 screens going between this game here at Campione Law Court and the game going on between Savannah, Greensboro, plus all the action in the W. Appreciate Isaiah, Irma, History Made, our friend Pink Fanfur, a member of, I believe, South Carolina Gamecock Nation, Craig as well. Shout out to Chad and L.W. Bennett, who's been hanging out with us since this one tipped off. Charlotte began this game on a 13-0 run. Jacksonville has slowly but surely tried to claw their way back in. Have not gotten closer than 4, though, since the 2-0 mark. They'll have it to begin. Jacksonville in the teal jerseys with the black and white trim. Ariel Hearn, Renaya Davis bring it up the floor. They're joined on the court by Jasmine Walker, Cheyenne Sellers, Lindsey Pulliam, the same 5 that began the game. Same starting 5 for Charlotte as well. Fade away Jay from Renaya Davis misses everything. A.D. Durst started off hot in this one. 9 points in that first quarter. Hasn't been heard from since in the scoring department. Reagan Richardson, the leading scorer for Charlotte. She's got 14, misses that 3. As Hearn and Pulliam push pace the other way. Lindsay's got to pull it back out. And now an offensive foul. Believe that's going to go against Jasmine Walker. It will. And as we predicted, a little bit of foul trouble for the Waves. 45 seconds gone, and Jasmine Walker picks up her third personal. Kelly inside to Onya, who jumps up for the pass, and Air Hearn, a little bit of contact underneath. That's going to be number 3 on Air Hearn. Ariel Hearn, a season-high 29 points on Friday night. She's had 25 plus in 2 of the last 3. Here's Durr, spots up along the right wing, rattles out. Davis is going to have to wait for numbers. Met by a wall of Charlotte defenders. Pulliam now tries her luck through that wall. And that's going to go against, I believe, Reagan Richardson. It was Shaquila Nunn who set her feet and was defending Pulliam on that dribble drive action. And that's going to be Richardson's second. I bring that up because Shaquila Nunn also already with 3 fouls to begin this second half. The UPSHOT League Player of the Month. And really is one of the most important factors each and every night for Trisha Stafford Odom's side. Pulliam goes 1 for 2, now 6 of 9 from the line. And that was the first point of this second half. That again is a game that both sides 52+% shooting in the second. Durr off to the left wing with Deja Kelly, 6 to shoot, gets it to Shaquila Nunn, 16 feet out, jumper doesn't go. Onya the O-board and draws the contact. That is just the second rebound by Michelle Onya this afternoon. Bit of a surprise for the number 3 rebounder in the UPSHOT League. Averages over 7 per contest. She was quiet though last night, only played 18 minutes, had 7 rebounds in those 18 minutes, and 4 of those boards came in the opening quarter of action. Onya, a 43% free throw shooter, makes them both. She's got 6. Her team has an 11-point advantage. Hearn beats Kelly off the spot, misses the rim. Renaya Davis is down in the paint. That's going to be another foul against Jacksonville. Home team is not happy about it.
Jacksonville foul number 6, Cheyenne Sellers, her team third. At the free throw line for the Crown, number 11, Michelle Onya.
Final game of a 7-game homestand for Jacksonville here today. They'll play 3 on the road at Savannah next weekend, beginning with a Wednesday Kids Day. Onya 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. Hearn pulls up, drops it in. And if you can believe that, that is just the second made field goal of the night for Air Hearn, who had just 2 points at the intermission. Shaquila Nunn, another offensive board, bullies her way for 2 more points, too. And a chance for 1 more. Shaquilla Nunn pumped up. Shaquilla Nunn was drafted by the San Antonio Stars back in 2017. Again, has played in Australia, Egypt, Germany, Iran, Lebanon, Poland, Portugal, and Hungary. The most veteran player for Tricia Stafford Odom, and she completes her second three-point play of the afternoon. She's got 8, and the Crown back in front by 13. Another 16-foot jumper from Hearn goes in. Air Hearn starting to heat up a little bit. Onya, nice bounce pass to Reagan Richardson, who bounces in and off the window. Reagan Richardson's got 16. 6 of 11 from the floor. Now an offensive foul. It's going to go against Jacksonville as A.D. Durr hit the floor. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, Cheyenne Sellers trying to Euro step her way through the lane, and Durr kept her feet. Kayla Pointer getting set to check in, I would assume, for Cheyenne Sellers, who now has 4 personals. 6.5-minute mark here in the third. Deja Kelly weaves through traffic, dumps it off for Onya. Traveling violation on the big out of Cal. Hearn to a Lindsey Pulliam. No, not a corner 3, as Pulliam dribbled inside instead, away from the ball. Renaya Davis fouled off the low block.
Foul number 2, Deja Kelly, her first, team second.
Kayla Pointer, 10 to shoot. Another foul on the floor away from the basketball. I believe this one is also going to go against Michelle Onya. Jacksonville trying to cut into that 13-point Charlotte lead. A 13-0 run to begin the game is what put Charlotte in this position in the first place. Loose ball, last touch by the Crown. I don't think Reagan Richardson saw the call, and now she's laughing about it with Taylor Soule. There are 6 seconds on the shot clock, 6:02 on the game clock. Pulliam, baseline drive. Double team comes, thanks to Shaquilla Nunn. Fading away, 3-ball, no! Offensive rebound by Renaya Davis, yes. Fresh 14 for the Waves. Euro step from Kayla Pointer, and this time, they're gonna say Shaquilla Nunn did not set her feet. That's gonna be a foul against the veteran center. That's Shaquilla Nunn's 4th. Let's see what Tricia Stafford Odom decides to do. If she will keep the veteran in a little bit longer. She has not been afraid to sit Nunn for an extended run in this series. Lily Grissett getting set to check back in. A smaller lineup, to be fair, when Grissett's on the floor instead of Nunn, but nonetheless effective. Again, Grissett, our player to watch for Charlotte. She had 19 on Friday night to go along with 9 rebounds. Pointer gets both. Richardson curls, knocked away by Hearn. It'll stay here with the crown, but another nifty defensive play by Ariel Hearn. Lily Grissett to Reagan Richardson off the low post. Well played by Reagan Richardson, who set her season high earlier this season against the Waves. She and the Crown are able to corral that loose ball. Stasia Kelly gets fouled by Taylor Soule in transition. 25 points last Friday night for Reagan Richardson. Again, it was a quiet showing yesterday by Richardson standards. Just 9 points, including 0 for 3 from long distance. She was 0 for 5 last Saturday from three-point land. Had 14 points, to be fair. But Reagan Richardson, who Tricia Stafford Odom speaks glowingly of the former Duke Blue Devil and her potential as a two-way player at the next level, at the WNBA level. And she is really putting both ends of the floor on display, her game on both ends of the floor on display here this afternoon. Again, the Waves will hit the road for their next three, but when they do return back here to Jacksonville, plenty of fun games coming up. We'll tell you about Star Wars Night and Hoops for a Cure here in just a second as we approach the under 5 timeout here in the third. Hearn crosses over Kelly. Foul away from the basketball. It's gonna be team foul number 5 on Charlotte, and Jacksonville is now in the bonus. And that's now number 4 on Onya. So Onya has 4. Shaquilla Nunn has 4 personal fouls. A lot is going to be asked of Lily Grissett in the front court down the stretch. First trip to the free throw line this afternoon for Taylor Soule, a 76% free throw shooter. It's a cliche phrase, but glue, intangibles, the little things, that's what Taylor Soule's game is based off of. She's got 6 points, 2 boards, an assist, stuffing the stat sheet again. Backdoor cut from Richardson, bounces off her knee. Richardson knows that one's on her, but she's all smiles because the Crown remain in front by 13 points. They lead the Waves 58-45. Let's step aside and come on back for the rest of the second half coming up here on UPSHOT League TV.
Everyone, it's time for a fun game of musical chairs. But you know we like to do it Florida style. So as the music plays, we will dance and move around the inner tubes. But once the music stops, everyone has to be seated on one of these inner tubes to stay in the game. Today we have Caleb, Catherine, Danny, and Mila. Give them a warm welcome. All right, DJ, let's crank that music up and get started. Ooh, we got some trash talk already. Let's go. y'all. Come with me. It's okay. You can stand with me. Let's put that music back on and let's keep going. Oh! We got both of the girls still in the game. Let's go.
Shake up the ground, shake up the ground, shake like an earthquake, quake up the ground. Play to make a sound, play to make a sound, play to make a, play to make a, play to make a sound, so I can do my little dance.
All right. That was a great round of musical chairs. Give it up for Mila.
Alrighty, fans, you know what to do. It's time to get loud.
Jacksonville has found its shooting stroke since midway through the first quarter, but they still trail the Charlotte Crown 58-45, in large part thanks to 10 turnovers. Not to mention, they are just 2 for 7 from the floor here in this third stanza. Kayla Pointer out there running the show at the point now. Cheyenne Sellers with those 4 fouls still out there. Taylor Soule catch and shoot off a screen. Let's see what this whistle is for. Uproar does not look happy with the call. Looks like the foul's going to go against Reagan Richardson, who was jockeying for position with Bulgak on that low block. It's an and one opportunity for Bulgak. In addition to today's 4th of July bash celebration, the Jacksonville Waves excited to celebrate a little bit early South Sudanese Independence Day in honor of Adut Bulgak, who was born in South Sudan. Independence Day is July 9th. But the Waves, again, will hit the road for their next 3, and so won't be able to celebrate it here at Campione Law Court, and so instead, they do so today. When the Waves do return home in 2 weeks' time, Friday night, July 17th, Star Wars night. And then on Sunday, the Hoops for a Cure Healthcare Appreciation Night. That'll be on July 19th. It's a 2 o'clock tip-off. That's Sunday afternoon. Don't count the bucket, but do count that second free throw. 1 for 2 showing at the line by Bulgak. The runner from Reagan Richardson doesn't go either, but she does draw the contact on her way to the rack. Fouls continuing to pile up for both teams. That's number 3 on Taylor Soule. Ariel Hearn has 3. Sellers and Jasmine Walker with 4 apiece. And that's not including the foul trouble on the other side. Michelle Onya with 5. Shaquilla Nunn with 4. Front court for the Charlotte Crown going to look a little different down the home stretch of this one than it did on that 13-0 run to begin the afternoon. Hearn loses the handle. Last touch, though, by Deja Kelly. Stays with Jacksonville. 10 to shoot. Hearn down the right. Shoot. Loses it. Reagan Richardson. Great defense. Kayla Pointer cleans up the mess. Gotta go. She's got to launch. 2 on the shot clock. She does. And it's in! The bank is still open on a Sunday. A holiday weekend, no less, for Kayla Pointer. High off the window and in. It's a 9-point game. Richardson can't answer with the 3. Bulgak cleans up the mess. And now Air Hearn wants to run through 3 defenders. Teardrop floater doesn't go. Swats it back out to Bulgak. A fresh shot clock for the Waves. Here's Pointer, Euro step up. No basket. But that is going to be a personal foul on Cornegay Lucas. And that'll be her second. Trisha Stafford Odom calling for the timeout. No whistle yet from our officials. Kayla Pointer at the free throw line for the second time this afternoon. Second time in 3 trips down the floor. Another 1-for-2 trip to the line for Kayla Pointer. Stays an 8-point game. 3.5 to play here in the third. Reagan Richardson with the right-handed hook shot. Before she could launch. Gets fouled by Bulgak. The UPSHOT League would like to thank our partners at Dunkman, the official uniform sponsor of the UPSHOT League. Those dynamic, engaging, unique uniforms you see each of our founding 4 first teams wearing are brought to you by Dunkman. We thank Shaquille O'Neal and the Dunkman brand for powering the UPSHOT League. Richardson continuing to add to her team leading point tally. Handoff goes to Pointer. Darts into the paint, can't get it to go. Richardson tripped up. Lindsey Pulliam scoops up the loose ball. 2-on-2 the other way. Pointer has to pull it back out. Bulgak strokes a 3. Our first Bulgak bucket from deep on the night. Let's see how the Crown respond. Pointer can't intercept the pass, but knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Crown. Shaquilla Nunn, armed with those 4 personal fouls, is back in for Trisha Stafford Odom. Corey Lard also into the game, now at the point, giving Deja Kelly a spell. 4 to shoot for Charlotte. Can't get the shot off. Nunn now after a fresh shot clock reset. It just grazed the rim. It was a fresh 14, and Shaquilla Nunn tacks on 2 more. She's into double figures yet again, the 7th time in her UPSHOT League career. Kayla Pointer all the way to the rack. She's got 9. Back and forth we go. 7-point game. Fulmore, one-on-one with Pointer, posts up, lays it up, and 1 more coming. That was the first field goal attempt by Quincy Fulmore on the night, and she makes the Waves pay too. Fulmore was a double-double machine at Elon University, the Greensboro, North Carolina native. She misses the free throw on the and-1, though, so it'll stay 66-57. Taylor Soule can't get the shot off, just flings it out. Kayla Pointer corrals the loose ball after she picked up her 3rd personal. 8 to shoot. Pointer cool, calm, and collected. Off the screen from Bulgak, goes left. Releases, it's short, Pulliam, gotta go, never touched the rim, and that's a shot clock violation. Lindsey Pulliam pleading with our officials, saying it grazed the rim to no avail. I see our friends on YouTube interested how many points Deja Kelly has. She's currently taking a much-deserved rest with 1:24 remaining. She's got 13. Second most on the Crown today, trailing only Reagan Richardson, although Shaquilla Nunn got something to say, now into double figures herself. Posted up on the low block on Bulgak, calls for help. Help side defender comes for Jacksonville in the form of Sellers, And now a nice defensive play from Bulgak results in a shot clock violation on this end of the floor. Nunn is still down. Both Stafford Odom and assistant coach Maura Gill McDaniel are calling for a traveling violation. We play on. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Jacksonville trailing by 9. Sellers launches off the screen from Bulgak. Rattles out. Taylor Soule the O-board. Here's Hearn into the paint. Teardrop floater. Nothing but net. This Waves crowd can feel it. 66-59. Fulmore, back out to Lord, thought about the three, dribbles in instead, now to McGill Jefferson, no! Jacksonville can hold for the final shot of the third. Sellers, ISO with Lord. Bulgak comes with the screen. Here's Hearn, launches for three! An exclamation point! On a 7-point for third quarter for Air Hearn. 3 for 4 from the floor. Momentum shifting perhaps. It's a 4-point game here as we head to the fourth quarter on UPSHOT League TV.
Need a ride? Getting to your appointments just got easier. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County can provide free transportation to and from appointments at Department of Health locations. Don't let transportation stand in the way of you and your family's health. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov or call 904-253-1000 for more details and to schedule your next ride.
All right, Jacksonville Wave fans, we are here to welcome Braxton, who is going to be attempting our half-court shot. As you know, every missed shot adds $500 to the pot, and if Braxton makes the shot today, he is going to walk away with $4,500. All right, so let's wish Braxton well, but go ahead when you're ready.
Oh!
Now
Show
that
me
deserves
the
a
money.
replay. Show me the money. Give it up again for Braxton.
I don't know what was more impressive, Air Hearn at the horn to make it a 66-62 Charlotte Crown lead, or that we may have just seen our first half-court $50,000 half-court heave go through from one of our fans here from Waves Nation, the Wave Gang, as Air Hearn likes to call it. Offense not in short supply if you are a member of the Jacksonville Waves or one of their fans. They shot close to 50% yet again from the third, but ended on a tear. Air Hearn, 7 of her 9 points coming in that third frame. The Waves matching as close as they've been this entire ball game since it was 2-0. A 4-point deficit. Michelle Onya with 5 fouls and Shaquila Nunn with 4 back out there for the Crown. Here comes Deja Kelly, also recently checked back in. Can't get the runner to drop. Limited numbers the other way with Nunn and Bulgak slow to get back. Cheyenne Sellers heaves one off the window. Almost drew additional contact from one of our officials. Able to keep her feet. And Cheyenne Sellers will have a chance to add onto her 11-point tally today. Cheyenne Sellers, originally the 17th overall pick, the second ever draft pick by the Golden State Valkyries in their inaugural draft class in 2025. She spent this past WNBA training camp with the Dallas Wings. Also played last year in Israel. Looks like our officials may want to take one more look at that drive by Sellers.
The previous play is under review to ensure that we got the proper fouler.
We'll step aside with them. 9:32 remaining here in Jacksonville.
After review, the foul will be on crown number 10, not number 3.
Not only is that a very important ruling by our lead official, Rachel Watts, but we were updated here during that timeout by our official scorer. Michelle Onya has 4 personal fouls, and that one went against Kylie Cornegay-Lucas, so that's her 3rd. So a little bit more wiggle room, a little more room to breathe for Trisha Stafford-Odom as she tries to sort through this lineup that is saddled with such awful foul trouble. Meanwhile, Cheyenne Sellers looking to stay perfect here at the free throw line and does. She's 4 for 4. She's got 13 to match Kayla Pointer for the team lead. It's a 3-point ball game. Onya posted up on Soul, left-handed hook shot. The net never moved. Quick response from Onya. Let's see how Jacksonville answers. Hearn pulls up 16 feet out, in and out, no good. Richardson, coast to coast, knocked to the floor. Cheyenne Sellers just tapped her head. I believe that's going to be a traveling violation on Reagan Richardson. Hearn over to Sellers on the left wing, 9 to shoot. Aduk Bulgak is still on the ground in the paint. Now she's back on her feet. She launches another 3. That's off the side of the iron. Nunn, one-on-one with Bulgak. Don't count the basket, says our official. And that'll be personal foul number 2 on Aduk Bulgak. FSCJ is the official practice home of the Jacksonville Waves. Florida State College of Jacksonville is a thriving community where students come together to learn, grow, and create opportunity. Bulgak will take a seat with 8.5 minutes to play. It's a 4-point contest. Fouls reset, so that was a side out for Charlotte. 7 to shoot. Wide open, corner 3, A.D. Durr off the side of the rim. And our officials say it was last touched by Shaquila Nunn. Taylor Soule wants to get downhill fast. She wants to go up tempo. Here comes Pointer. Drives, Another foul on Reagan Richardson. That'll be her 4th. Doesn't set her feet on the dribble drive by Kayla Pointer, who has a chance to add to her team leading 13 points. Check that. Not called a shooting foul, and so it's a side out. Now here's Pointer. Off the screen from Davis, now needs some help. Sellers crosses over Durr, launches. That misses everything. But she's able to collect it. The shot clock did reset, interestingly enough. I thought that was high off the window, but a fresh 14 did flash for the Waves. Sellers throws it to Renaya Davis. We're gonna have to take a closer look at that one, powered by AccuView. I guess when she got it to Davis, and then Davis, no, that was before. The shot clock violation would have been before. Well, nonetheless, free throws coming for Renaya Davis, the 4th leading scorer in the UPSHOT League, who's had a quiet outing so far, been a quiet weekend for the hometown hero, who misses the front end. Just 6 points for Renaya to go along with 5 boards in more than 16 minutes played. Again, she didn't get the start on Friday night. More of a strategic move by Jess Bogie. Wanted to have the spark plug that is one of her best all-around players coming off the bench. So Renaya just 11 points in 21 minutes. She makes the second, though. She's got 7, and it's a 1-possession game again. 3-point on the way from Deja Kelly. Just when Jacksonville thinks they've got a chance to pull in front, Deja Kelly and Lily Grissett with the steal on the other end come out to play. Here's Kelly again from 3-point land. That one doesn't go. Another nail biter coming down to the wire between the Charlotte Crown and the Jacksonville Waves. What more could you ask for to cap off the 4th of July weekend? Pointer, Hearn, Davis, Soul, and Pulliam on the floor for the Waves. Soul thought about the 3, passes it up. 10 to shoot for KP. On AD, kicks it out. Air Hearn for 3 instead. Cuts the deficit in half, but here's Michelle Onya on the other end in response. Transition defense has really come back to bite Jacksonville here in this 4th quarter. Davis, spin move, flips it up. More free throws coming for the Tennessee Volunteer. Kids Day on Wednesday at M Market Arena. Make sure you get your tickets either at the Jacksonville Waves or the Savannah Steel website. That one is a noon tip-off between Savannah and Jacksonville. The Waves will stay up in Southeast Georgia, play on Friday night and Sunday afternoon against another I-95 foe. Charlotte, meanwhile, will take their talents back to the great state of North Carolina and to the Triangle, where they will face the Greensboro Groove, who also return back to the state of North Carolina after a prolonged road trip of their own. Grissett looking, backdoor cut, Michelle Onya. Oh yeah. Soul one-on-one with Onya. Takes it, reverse layup, no. Grissett almost had the board. Pulliam instead with the putback. Soul, reaching foul. Over Shaquilla Nunn. That's gonna be personal foul number 4 on the Virginia Tech grad. We're going to take another timeout. 4-point ball game. That is just the second team foul on Jacksonville. So it'll be a side out when we return. You are watching the Crown and the Waves here on UPSHOT League TV.
Fans, today's message is brought to you by American Chiropractic and Rehab, a veteran-owned business who provides chiropractic care through the VA. Their patient-focused auto accident care, treating sports injuries and family care from birth to senior. Our pledge is to get you feeling great.
All right, Jacksonville Wave fans, I have Miss Kim here with me. Say hello.
Hello.
Now, after yesterday, I know you had some good hot dogs at your cookout, so we're going to play a game where you're going to name all the toppings to hot dogs you can in 20 seconds, okay? 20 seconds, and you're going to be competing against Lindsay Pullum, okay? So are you ready? All right, let's put up the clock, and we're going to have you start naming the toppings.
Ketchup, mustard, relish, sour salad dressing, mayonnaise, what's that green thing? Jalapenos, relish, onions, cheese. Oh yeah, cheese for sure. Bratwurst, okay, yeah. Oh my God, chili, sauerkraut, I said cheese. Oh God, pickles, I forgot that. Jalapenos, I said. Oh my God, I can't think of anything else. Huh? Salsa and the pica salsa, they're different. Okay, hot sauce for sure. Mayonnaise, I said, okay. I can't think of anything else.
This feels like more than 20 seconds. Okay, let's see what Lindsay said.
Ketchup, mustard, relish, hot sauce, ranch, hot mustard, honey mustard, chili, does that count? Yeah, that's all I got, I think. Pickles, maybe.
All right, looks like Miss Kim is the winner.
The bad news, that half-court shot that all of you in our comments, in our chat on UPSHOT League TV on YouTube is asking about, not worth $50,000, $4,500. Still pretty good money if you can get it. Even better news, we've got another dandy on the hardwood between the top two teams in the UPSHOT League. It's a 4-point ball game, 5:41 remaining. Charlotte has led the entire way over the home team, the Jacksonville Waves. Mia O'Brien, thanks so much for hanging out with us, whether that is on YouTube, Mixlr, or our friends at WCCB up in Charlotte. Deja Kelly's got 16 points to go along with 5 assists. Doesn't get the jumper. Nunn collects the miss, though. Trying to muscle her way, and in the process, it never touched the rim, say our officials. The shot clock never reset. Deja Kelly has words for Rachel Watts, our lead official. Our officials are going to take a look at the monitor.
The previous play is under review to see if the ball hit the rim.
Let's take a look alongside Rachel Watts to see. I thought it did hit the rim. That would be a fresh shot clock and then not a shot clock violation by Shaquila Nunn. It would then be a jump ball, 5.5 minutes to play. Trisha Stafford Odom believes because it would have been a fresh shot clock, Shaquila Nunn got fouled downstairs, and thus she should be shooting free throws, not just maintaining possession with a fresh 14. Upcoming games here at Campione Law Court. Again, Friday, July 17th is Star Wars night when the Jacksonville Waves host the Savannah Steel. Then come on back Sunday afternoon, a 2 p.m. tip between those two I-95 First Coast foes for Hoops for a Cure, our appreciation night for healthcare workers. Another camp day coming up on Thursday, July 23rd as well, with a special appearance by Balooey. You know you're going to want to hang out for that noon tip. That's Thursday, July 23rd here at Campione Law Court. You can get your tickets right now by heading on over to the Jacksonville Waves and UPSHOT League websites. Jacksonville, a league-leading 12-3 record, 7 straight wins. 2 last week over Charlotte, another one on Friday.
After review, the clock was not properly reset. Therefore, 5:31 will be put back on the game clock, 14 will be on the shot clock, and the ball will be awarded to Crown at the free throw line of send it.
And so it will indeed be Charlotte basketball, not the free throws that I think Trisha Stafford Odom was hoping for, but the Crown will maintain possession. Shaquilla Nunn still arguing with our officials. Let's try that again. Fresh 14. 5:31 now on the game clock. After 6 seconds, 6 valuable seconds were added back on. Nunn, top of the key. Inside to Grissett, spin move, can't get it to go. Touch the rim though, so it's a fresh shot clock. And that time Deja Kelly launches a 3 that goes off the front of the rim, and now she stepped out of bounds. Great hustle from Deja Kelly, the second leading scorer in the UPSHOT League. 16 points, 5 assists, 4 boards here today, but not on that try. Hearn, Davis, Walker, Sellers, and Pulliam, the same 5 that started the game for Jess Bogie, out there on the floor here in crunch time as we do hit the 5-minute mark. Here's Davis, can't get the layup to go. Last touched, our officials say, by the Waves. Through 3 quarters, both these teams shooting 47% on the number. Things have slowed down a bit here in this 4th quarter, crunch time. Kelly, one-on-one with Hearn, the little flick of the wrist. No, Shaquilla Nunn, another offensive board, and then she gets fouled downstairs by Air Hearn. That is going to be number 4 on Ariel Hearn, and Shaquilla Nunn at long last will head back to the free throw line for the 2nd time today. Actually, they're going to say that was not a shooting foul, much to Nunn's chagrin. Rachel Watts says it's a side out. Good news is that we are at our under 5 media timeout, so our officials will use that time to verify whether or not Nunn was fouled in the act of shooting or in the act of passing. Still 75-71 Crown. Waning minutes here in Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville, every game is earned and every victory matters. We know what it means to stand beside a team that fights hard for this city. Whether it's on the court or in the courtroom, success comes from preparation, dedication, and having the right team behind you. We fight for our clients from tip-off to the final buzzer. At Campione Law, we are champions both on and off the court.
All right, everybody, it's time for a game of tic-tac-toe. We have Harlan and Sanaya, and they will be shooting to put their X's and their O's on the board. Are you all ready? All right, and you can shoot from anywhere, okay? All right, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Madison. Oh, y'all are neck and neck. Blocker. I know that's right. Oh! I'm a little confused. Harlan, what are you doing, girl? Fix it. Oh, God, I'm so confused. Okay. Okay. Harlan, it's tic-tac-toe. Okay. Ooh, Harlan, you had me. Y'all give it up for Harlan. Harlan, what were you thinking? Why did you put them on top of each other? It's not a fitted sheet and a flat sheet. It's tic-tac-toe. Okay, y'all give it up for Harlan.
Out-of-town box score, the other team in the UPSHOT League trying to avoid a 5-game series sweep. The Greensboro Groove, much like their North Carolina brethren, the Charlotte Crown, are off to a great start in doing so. They lead the Savannah Steel 49-33 at the half at M Market Arena. That game is also available on the UPSHOT League YouTube channel. Here comes Grissett, hopscotch through the lane, can't get the hook shot to go. A stop for Jacksonville with 4:28 remaining. Hearn loses the handle. Turnover, number 13 on the Waves. Kelly, two-man game with Grissett. Kickball by Bulgak. It'll stay here. 14 on the shot clock for the Crown. Nunn leaves it for Deja Kelly. No, pulls it back. Leaves it for Durr. Durr pulls up. 16 feet out. Swish. A.D. Durr is into double figures. First bucket of the second half is a big one. Pointer somehow threads the needle to Bulgak. Can't get the jumper to fall. It's an empty possession for Jacksonville, down by 6. Kelly, high-low action with Grissett. Yes. Give Lily Grissett just her second made field goal. Here's Hearn, Euro step off the window. Hearn, her first points of this fourth quarter. 79-73. Grissett hits the deck. That's going to go against the Waves. And that's going to be team foul number 5 on Jacksonville. And so the Crown will be shooting free throws here momentarily. Number 4 on Kayla Pointer. Trisha Stafford Odom wants a timeout. We will step aside with them. 6-point ball game. Lily Grissett to shoot free throws when we return here in Jacksonville.
Hey, everybody, it's time for the Simba Cam. Pick up anything you got and just lift it into the sky. There you go. Oh! Simba, Nyla. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Come on, fans, there's still time. We need your help. It's time to make some noise.
Here we go. 3:11 to play. A 6-point affair between the Crown and the Waves. Can Charlotte hold on for their first win in 4 tries? Or can Jacksonville extend their league-leading 7-game win streak to 8? Thanks for spending part of your Sunday afternoon with us, even if you just joined us. A real goodie here in the UPSHOT League. Deja Kelly drives, pops, 2 more. Deja Kelly's got 18. The league leader in scoring continues to torch the Waves, and now a foul away from the basketball. And that's going to be an offensive foul against Jacksonville. We thought that that first foul that sent us to a timeout would be free throws. It was not. Both teams still sitting at 4 team fouls. 1 more, and their opponent would be in the bonus. Here's Reagan Richardson off the glass. Smooth finish for the second-year pro. She's got 21. Jacksonville's got to work fast, now down by 10. Sellers downstairs to Soul, one-on-one with Nunn, muscles her way, leaves it short, and a whistle sounds. Lindsey Pulliam will shoot free throws as Jacksonville is in the bonus. Foul was away from the play. Pulliam makes them both. She's now 8 for 12 at the line. Jacksonville as a team, 24 of 34. Those 10 missed free throws looming large as they trail 83-75. Durr off the curl. Oh, great ball movement. Nunn flips it up and one. The third traditional three-point play for Shaquilla Nunn on the afternoon. The league's leading rebounder is fired up. Shaquilla Nunn already with her 7th double-double of 2026 and completes the three-point play. It's back to an 11-point lead for Charlotte. Here's Hearn, stops the bleeding a little bit with 2 more. Jacksonville needs stops as we tick under 2 minutes remaining. Here's Kelly, open look through the lane. Air Hearn has to lay off with those 4 personal fouls. Hearn loses the handle briefly, collects, kicks it back out to Bulgak, now to Sellers, right wing, heaves up a 3, gets fouled, and so she'll shoot 3 free throws. For those of you who are just joining us here, in another nail-biting finish between Jacksonville and Charlotte, the Crown began this game on a 13-0 run. Jacksonville got it as close as 4 through the bulk of the stretch run of this game. Here in the 4th quarter, they've gotten it to as close as 2, but have not been able to regain that lead, as the Crown have led it from wire to wire. I mentioned Those now 11 missed free throws after Cheyenne Sellers missed the first. She gets the second two. The deficit is at 9, 90 seconds on the clock. Grissett looks at time and situation. Leaves it for Richardson. Richardson, the drive, kick out, corner three, A.D. Durr. Did she get fouled? No whistle. It'll stay here with the Crown after A.D. hit the floor hard, bounces right back up. 6 on the shot clock for Charlotte. Here's Nunn, strokes a 16-footer. That's short. Here comes Sellers. High dribble across the timeline. 109, Sellers, coast to coast. No, Bulgak can't finish it either. Jump ball coming. Cheyenne Sellers went flying into our camera crew. She does get up. Has a word for our officials. Bulgak's ready for the jump ball. Just awaiting Shaquilla Nunn. Kylie Cornegay-Lucas gonna step onto the floor for Lily Grissett, who gets applauded by her head coach Tricia Stafford Odom as she makes her way off the floor. .103 to play, 9-point game. Crowd here in Jacksonville on the edge of their seat. Nunn swats it out of bounds. That's Jacksonville basketball. 14 on the shot clock because this is a resetter. It'll stay here with the Waves. Hearn going to work, one-on-one with Kelly. Now over to Davis. Davis launches for three. No. Cheyenne Sellers fouls Deja Kelly. That's going to be number 6 if it stands on Sellers. So Cheyenne Sellers is out of this ball game. Her day is over. She finishes with 13 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. She thought she only had 5. Seemed like a pretty definitive finish to her day from our officials. As our friends on the YouTube chat on UPSHOT League TV are already noting, another 20-piece for Deja Kelly in the works. She has now surpassed Diamond Johnson as the league's leading scorer. Here's Pulliam, baseline, reverse layup, no. Fouled by Durr, though, in the act of shooting. Somehow, some way, that is just personal foul number 1 on A.D. Durr. .11 lead for Charlotte. Lindsey Pulliam trying to cut into that a little bit here at the free throw line. Should this score stand, it'll be a bit happier of a bus ride back to Charlotte for Tricia Stafford Odom's squad compared to last Saturday. After falling by 2 in the final seconds, a Kayla Pointer steal of an inbounded pass over Deja Kelly proved to be the difference last Friday night. And then a nail-biting 4-point victory for Jacksonville last Saturday sent Charlotte back to North Carolina in the Queen City with a sour taste in their mouth. Looks like they're going to split the weekend series in a second straight back-to-back with the first-place team in the UPSHOT League, the Jacksonville Waves. 4 to shoot. Deja Kelly fades away. That one is short. 13 seconds. Lindsey Pulliam. Run, Lindsey, run all the way to the rack. That'll make it an 8-point game, but that is as close as Jacksonville will get. The Charlotte Crown salvage the weekend series here in the River City. The losing streak is over. They win it 90-82. Charlotte improves to 8-9 in this inaugural UPSHOT League season. The Waves' win streak is over. They fall to 12-4, a 3-game series with Savannah on deck up in Southeast Georgia before they welcome the Steel here to Jacksonville in 2 weeks' time. Deja Kelly, indeed, another 20-piece. She finishes with 22 to lead all scorers, 6 assists, 4 boards, and 8 of 9 showing at the free throw line. Hey, Reagan Richardson, 21 points, 3 boards, 3 for 7 from long distance, as the former Duke Blue Devil continues to come into her own in this sophomore season of professional ball. Michelle Onya, Shaquila Nunn, who's making her way down the scorers table right now, 13 points a pop. A.D. Durr, much needed, 11 points for the 2-time All-American after just 4 total points last weekend. For Jacksonville, Air Hearn finishes as the leading scorer. She had 16 to go along with 3 boards and 1 assist, one of 4 Waves players to finish in double figures. Cheyenne Sellers had 15, Pulliam and Pointer each had 13. We will be back here on UPSHOT League TV in Jacksonville in 2 weeks' time when the Waves host the Savannah Steel. That game Friday night, July 17th, is Star Wars night. You know you're going to want to get your tickets. And if you can't make it here to Jacksonville and Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena, make sure you check it out here on UPSHOT League TV. And so, for our entire crew, I am Mia O'Brien saying so long from Jacksonville, where our final score, the Crown 90, the Waves 82. We thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch you guys in a few weeks.